I was just a teenager when I got admission in an engineering college at Karad, which is a place about 250 kilometers from Mumbai. Hence, I must stay in the hostel. I was little worried as to how I will manage to stay away from my family. My problem worsened when I did not get admission in the college hostel. I locate a newly constructed single-story structure called Dubal Hostel. This place is located about a kilometer away from the college, midway between the college and Karad town. There is a choice. I can take a single room or a double room with a partner. I decide to take a room with single bed so that I get more time to study. Soon I make friends with students staying in the hostel. We normally go to the town for buying some items of daily needs. Sometimes we watch a movie and return late. It is dark upon reaching the deserted bridge at night. Dead bodies are routinely cremated on the river bank. I see a pyre still smoldering at a distance down the bridge. It is creating panic in my mind, but I keep calm and pretend to be bold. Some of us are walking and some riding on bicycles. After crossing the river, I reach my destination. I stop there and the other boys continue their journey towards the college, happily chatting and giggling, leaving me alone. With a heavy heart, I start walking on the lane in the pitch dark. The area is infested with snakes and I am worried I may stamp upon a poisonous serpent. I enter the hostel, walk quickly towards the door of my room and enter. I am alone in the room. It is lit inside, but outside there is a frightening darkness. I can see nothing through the window. No sign of human inhabitation. Not even a single dim light is visible. I get a feeling that there is some movement outside my window. I hear the sound of breeze that makes me nervous. I get an eerie feeling that someone is watching me. I am nervous and scared. I want to investigate if there is anyone outside. I switch off the room light and stare outside through the window. I can't see anything moving. I look at the table clock. It is past 2 o'clock. I should now go to sleep. I have never ever in my life slept alone. I switch off the light and lie on the bed, but my eyes are wide open. I am nervous. I imagine a shadow entering the room through the closed window. I spring out from the bed and switch on the light. Now with the lights on, I lie down on the bed and try to sleep. A dreaded thought crosses my mind. Since there is a pitch dark everywhere and the only place visible is my room, is it not an invitation to some ghost who might be otherwise not aware of my presence? I am in a dilemma whether to keep the lights on or off. When I keep the lights on, I fear getting spotted. And with the lights off, I invite ghosts to roam freely in my room. What should I do? I keep worrying. I don't know when I fell asleep. I get up in the morning and find an idea floating in front of me. It appears I must have been thinking hard all the night during my sleep. I go to an electrical shop and buy a switch in which there is a knob jutting out. If you press it once, it is on. Press it again, it is off. I connect this switch with a long electric wire and hold it in my hand while sleeping. I occasionally press the knob twice in quick succession. I inspect the room for the presence of any unearthly creature during these microseconds. Over a period of time, my subconscious mind accepts that either There are no ghosts or they are harmless. My first year in Karad was very torturous. I was very miserable. Next year I shifted to college hostel, where I find many friends. I had 2 roommates with me. Gradually we came together and became close buddies. We started enjoying our life. We had a lot of adventure, sharing our thoughts, meeting every day. Of course we were studying also, but then we were a close-knit group. We don't know how the time passed so fast, so quickly. And in April 1969, we appeared for the final exams and we all started packing up and leaving one by one. It was very difficult for us to separate from each other. We promised that we will keep in touch, we will meet again, we will maintain our friendship. But somehow, after coming back to Bombay and some people went to other places, they were busy finding a job or maybe higher studies they wanted to pursue, or whatever the reasons, their family business they joined. And we were so busy. We got married, we had children, and we were totally out of touch with each other. Sometime about 6 months back, some of us started searching for each other. They had an urge. We formed a small WhatsApp group with just 2 or 3, and it started swelling. Gradually, we are now around 10 to 12 people, close friends, close college friends. Now we are in touch with each other. One day, we decided that we must see each other, we must meet each other. And we chose a spot, Mud Island.
थोड़ा सा ऊपर चढ़ा के सिगरेट के धुएं का छल्ला बना के कॉलर को थोड़ा सा ऊपर चढ़ा के सिगरेट के धुएं का छल्ला बना के सोचना है क्या जो होना है होगा चल पड़े हैं फिक्र यार धुएं में